You are live. Okay, welcome. We are here with our Member Monday Spotlight through the Leap for Ladies community. I am your host, Mary Gall, and I am so excited to introduce you today to Joyce Feustel. And she is the founder of Boomer's Social Media Tutor. I have known Joyce for over a decade, right? And she is an incredible instructor and teacher, and really knows her stuff on all social media platforms, but especially LinkedIn is her bread and butter, if you will. I've used her multiple times in my business to help me update and polish my profile. Just make sure I'm using LinkedIn to the best of my ability and the best of that tool, taking advantage of the tool. And I'm so excited for you to get to know her today. So Joyce, introduce yourself to everyone and let us know a little bit more about you.
Well, you bet. Well, I'm Joyce Feustel. I'll be 76 in less than a week. Isn't that
Yay.
amazing to be in your middle 70s, not late 70s, and still rocking a business, which I started 12 years ago in March. You can call it an encore career. You can call it a calling. I call it the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. To help people with their LinkedIn so they shine, so they're so happy with how they're looking, and then they're going to start using it more. So many people shy away from LinkedIn because they just don't know what the heck they're doing on it and they don't like how they are showing up. So I'll tell you more as we go along.
Excellent. And as I've mentioned, I have worked with Joyce, and one of the things I love about working with you, Joyce, is I'm a get it done kind of person, right? It's great to learn a new skill or learn something new, and then you have to go back and do it yourself and figure out, no, wait, what screen were they on? Where were they talking about this thing? And or if you ever even go back and do those things that you learned in the class, right? So what I love about working with Joyce is that she hops on Zoom with you and you go through your profile and you actually make the edits while she's on the call with you, and she says, click here, go do this, we'll turn off these notifications. She walks through the platform with you, and that just makes it so unique. And I've had her help my husband with his Zoom resume, and I know she helps, even though it says boomers, she helps people. She loves to help young people as well. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got started, Joyce, in founding social media?
Oh, yes. My favorite story outside of how I met my husband. So we won't go there today to the husband story. But what was happening, think back, folks, to the late 2000s, we'll call it. 2010 is where I had this opportunity suggested to me to become a social media consultant, tutor, whatever you want to call it. My manager noticed that when our company in 2010 was rolling out our Facebook, our LinkedIn, our Twitter, as they called it then, that I, at 61 back in early 2010, was the best person on our inside sales team to chat up our company's social media, to the extent that one day my manager said to me, I've been thinking, Joyce, since you're so darn good at getting our our clients engaged with our social media, have you ever thought about helping other people, especially in your baby boomer age group, help them to understand social media like you do? A lot of people start a business because it was their idea. This idea wasn't my own idea. It came from my manager. You could say it came from God, divine order, whatever you want to call it. But I call it the most amazing thing that ever happened to me was my manager brought this idea to me. And
I love it.
A few months, I went with it. I did noodle on it for a while. But then I thought, what have I got to lose here? I've got too much energy to hang out just doing whatever in retirement, whatever that looks like. So that's why I'm so grateful every day to my manager, Brett.
Nice. I love it. And we're all grateful too. So tell us a little bit about how you work with your clients to help them understand LinkedIn and help them show up the most professionally that they can.
Perfect question. Well, Until recently, two main ways I worked with clients. One would be, as you described it, one-to-one, often on Zoom, sometimes in person, and we dive into the social media platform, typically LinkedIn, and we go through it section by section by section in the first hour, making changes in real time. Everything from the headline to skills to adding, I'm thinking whole sections, because you can do a lot in an hour. So the person has just a little bit of homework to do, perhaps an about section. Go back and go to their chat GPT and figure that out. So that's session one. And then in session two, we think strategically about who should that person be connected with on LinkedIn. So many possibilities, former coworkers, clients, referral sources, you name it, because that group of connections is such a critical piece to the LinkedIn experience. Then we think about getting more people. Who do they reach out to? Not just the ones they're connected with, how to share content, how to trim down all those silly notifications. That's all in the second hour. But then my newest endeavor, which you really, I give you all the credit for this one, or much at least, is that we work in workshop format. So
Mhm.
now it's not just me giving advice to the four people in the workshop, always on Zoom for an hour and a half. It's the other three people giving advice to that person. And that this time we just trim it down to three sections. So it's very laser focused. So they don't always make their changes in real time during the workshop, though many do.
Nice, nice. I love that. I love that. And when we asked you, what's a win that we want to celebrate in our member spotlight today, that was one of the things that you wanted to celebrate. So tell people a little bit more about your enhance your LinkedIn profile workshops, because I think they're a brilliant idea, because we came up with them in some of our coaching sessions, right?
Right, right.
So I'll gladly take credit for your brilliance, Joyce. um, I just think it's such a great way for people. LinkedIn, updating your LinkedIn profile is one of those important but not urgent tasks that we have in our businesses. And there's so many things that are pulling us, in our business every day, things that we have to get done. And so really having this dedicated time to get those things done, that task done with an expert on the call with us. And like you said, the being able to bounce ideas off of, or seeing a couple of other people's LinkedIn profile and saying, oh, I like how they worded that, or I like their picture there, or whatever it is. Right. I think it's just so powerful. So tell us a little bit more about the experiences that somebody could have if they came to one of your Enhance Your LinkedIn Profile workshops.
To start with, after they enroll for this hour and a half long workshop, I asked them to send me the three sections of their profile they want all of us to give them feedback. Now, I give myself the advantage of getting those three sections ahead of the workshop. I've
Mm-hmm.
been known to go into their competitors' profiles in my preparation. So, for
Nice.
example, I had Edward Jones guy, financial advisor. So he had a picture of him and his wife in the banner. I'm like, golly, this is look at all these other people. They're branding, with the Edward Jones building, that
Yeah.
type of, or even their headline, his the little kind of snippet you had below your name. Well, it was so sketchy. It was so short, and they had, all these different terms, SEO, search engine optimization terms. It
Yeah.
looks so much more complete than his. So I had those to put into a Word document. And I pulled up the Word document for him in that case to show him what those books were doing.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
type up, my recommendations, what I like, what could be improved. And it's always interesting to me just the way other people see it. Like we had a woman on Friday who had about section that was rather long. Now, it didn't feel too long to me because my own about section is long, but the other people are
Yeah.
all saying, too long. Nope, nope, it's too long. So now I'm thinking I better shorten mine. So at any rate, that's how we do it. What we do it is not person by person by person, because then person can start check out, look at their email or something, right? No, we
Right.
go section by section by section. So then I'm just going bouncing back and forth on the screen share. Okay, now we're flipping over to so and so's about section, let's say, or uh, their services page, whatever it might be. And you know what sort of magic is that? In an hour and a half, you can get through 12 sections of
Yeah,
up to 4 people. I've never yet gone over. And
I
I've done
love
this now for 7 times. Isn't that interesting?
Yes, I love it. I love it. And it's a great way to learn about each section of your LinkedIn profile. If you're using LinkedIn and have been for a while, that's great. This class, again, I know we talked about it's not for people who are brand new to LinkedIn. That if you're brand new to LinkedIn, you want to start building your presence there. I highly recommend Joyce's 2-session package because, like she said, she'll help you build your profile in the first section and then how to use LinkedIn for your business on the second session. But if you've been on LinkedIn, you kind of know how to use it, but you just need to give it some more oomph, right? Or you just need to make sure LinkedIn is adding all kinds of sections and features all the time. So it's good. I highly recommend at least once a year to take this enhance your profile workshop with Joyce because it's just you and 3 other people, right? So it's a small, intimate group. You really get to learn from Joyce and learn from her experience and learn what's new and see what other people are doing. And like she said, she has some time to do a little bit of research for you. So that in itself is amazing, right? That you take that extra effort and kind of look around and see what other people in your industry are doing. So highly, highly, highly recommend working with Joyce. And so, Joyce, how would people find out about how to work with you? We'll of course, put all of this in our show notes later, but how would people find out how to work with you and sign up for your next class? When is your next Enhance Your Profile?
My next workshop, January 10th, coming up. So the
Okay.
way to do that, I think most easily, is to go to my brand spanking new, well, not so revamped website. Thank you
Nice.
for recommending the awesome website designer I use. So when you go over there, you're going to see a tab. Oh, well, first, the name of the website is my business name, Boomer's Social Media Tutor. There's no apostrophe in the, it's www.boomersocialmediatutor.com. And then click on the services tab. And when you scroll down along the services tab, you'll see, you'll learn about my one-to-one work and my group training and then these workshops. And so that's how it goes. And then there's a work with Joyce tab as well. But you can first learn about them. And then there's buttons to enroll in the workshop right within that services page.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And it's just right around $100, right, for the
It
workshop?
is not, well,
At this
right,
point,
with
might
administrative
change.
fee is $102. Yes.
$102. Okay, perfect. Well worth your time to show up professionally. You know, if you're getting referrals from other people, people are introducing you to somebody, most likely that person has gone to your LinkedIn profile to look at who you are and make sure you're legitimate. And so we really want to make sure we're showing up the best way that we can on LinkedIn. So thank you so much for being here, Joyce. I have a few just rapid fire questions for our members to get to know you. So these are quick 1-word or short phrase answers. So first
You
answer.
want to be on with me during this time, or you want to just be featuring me? I didn't know.
Oh, I can do that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
it feels
I'm already
more natural.
yes. Okay. So what is your go-to snack?
Dried apricots.
Yummy. Are you a beach, a mountain, or a city person?
I would say a city person.
A city person. Do you have a favorite city?
Oh, I would say San Francisco.
San
It's very
Francisco.
romantic. The first time I was there with my brother when I just fallen in love with this cute guy who became my husband.
Nice, nice, nice. Are you a dog or a cat person?
Dog.
Dog. Okay, and you have dogs?
We have 2 dogs, and let's just say we have another family member living here who has a cat. So there is a cat here, but I don't give a lot of love to the cat. The dogs force you to give love to them.
Okay. I think I know the answer to this one, but if you could use only one social media platform, which one would it be?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Yes, yes. And then my favorite question, what is your favorite way to celebrate a win?
Tell folks about it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, make sure you have pictures. When I got this award, that you were there, the
Yes.
West Metro Chamber named me the 2024 Solopreneur of the Year in the
Yes.
Chamber of
Woo,
Commerce
woo.
just west of Denver. What an incredible occasion. So I brought my friends in hopes that I would be picked. It's like the Academy Awards, right? You don't know until that night. And then it was all over social media. So
Yes.
I'm a
Yes.
person who likes attention.
I was lucky enough to be invited to come to celebrate and come to the celebration with Joyce, and that was such an inspiring moment for somebody 75 to be named Entrepreneur of the Year. Just, as a business coach, I just love, love, love that. And it was so fun to be part of that celebration. So, okay, we're going to wrap up our member in the spotlight, but thank you to Joyce Feustel, Boomer Social Media Tutor. Please look her up. I encourage you to reach out to Joyce. We'll put all of her contact information in the show notes here so that you can get your LinkedIn profile. She also does some Facebook work. So if you need some help there, she can help you as well. And you don't have to be a boomer to use her services. So whatever your age, she can help you. I am positive of that. So you'll enjoy working with Joyce. So thank you so much and have a great day, everyone.